Kirlick, they are sleeping in tents in Tallaght. They, the people who are often, through no fault of their own, not only without a home, they are also without shelter. So we have a shelterless crisis as well as a homeless crisis. And reports this week are that 50 families a day are without emergency accommodation in South Dublin. So it's a shelterless crisis in Tallaght and throughout the nation, in a land and in a culture where we have this extraordinary shanfuckle, which says that we live in each other's shelter. We live in each other's shadow. Well, there still is a little bit of that going on in Tallaght, and I experienced that last week, under the shelter of the oak and the beech and the chestnut trees, alongside the parking lot of the Priory in Tallaght Village, not far from the famous Friars Walk. A group of volunteers who call themselves Visit set up tables, brought food, and started to serve people in Tallaght who were shelterless and homeless that day. And they've been doing this 4 times a week over the past year, and the numbers they serve are growing. So ask them, what do you do when it rains? Or when it downpours? And they said, well, they walk over to the covered entrance to the Priory itself. So why do these civically minded, generous volunteers have to do this in the rain? Or why do they have to do it at all? The narrative of Ireland's recovery rings hollow close to the Friars Walk. The Taoiseach said yesterday that the housing and homeless crisis is not just a matter of money, and, well, I agree with him on that. Not only have we not invested enough money, and austerity politics was no excuse for that, we haven't fixed the local, regional, and national systems so that our investments can pay off with shelter for everyone. And Minister Kelly said yesterday at the publication of the first report on Threshold's brilliant Dublin Tenancy Protection Service, and hats off to the leadership of Senator Hayden and her CEO Bob Jordan, he said that rent increases are a moral issue. Well, again, I agree with the minister on that too. It's a moral issue. I think it's a moral issue for all of us, not just the landlords. So I want to ask the leader, can he ask Minister Kelly when will his solutions or proposals to the rent increase crises be tabled and implemented? And I think that the people who are sleeping in tents in Tallaght want to know the answer to that too.
Senator Crown.